Hello, good afternoon everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 3 and the member are Muhammad Rizaldi, Siti Noor Hidayah and Siti Rosyiani Khalisha. Today we will present about what is classroom management. First, what did you think about the teacher's role in a classroom? First, concerns with the content of education or subjects matter to be learned. And the second, concerns with the process of instruction or how children learn, their attitudes towards learning, the resources and technology needed to support such learning, and the context in which it occurs. So, how can a teacher do his role? Teacher can do his role with the classroom management. Of the many teachers and young teachers who still misinterpret classroom management, what is the first word that comes to your mind when you heard the term classroom management? Classroom management is control, order, and discipline. According to Marzano, 2003, classroom management is consistently identified as an important factor in student learning. Despite the importance of classroom management, the majority of teacher education programs still do not require or even offer a course with an explicit focus on classroom management by Stowe 2006. Because of this lack of training, many educators begin and continue teaching with numerous misconceptions about what constitutes effective classroom management.
So, as already explained before, there are numerous misconceptions about what effective classroom management is, like stated by Garrett in 2012. Okay, so we move to there are common misconceptions about this classroom management. Okay, at the beginning, my friends already present about when teachers are asked about questions like what is the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the term of classroom management. Okay, the first misconceptions that teachers often assume that the first one is classroom management is synonymous with discipline. Okay, so the idea that classroom management is mainly about discipline is a misconception held by teachers that can actually interfere with effective teaching. In fact, effective managers organize their classrooms so that they avoid most behavior problems and therefore do not have to worry about discipline very often. It started by Brophy in 2006, Everton and Winston in 2006. So while discipline is certainly an important component of classroom management. So yes, classroom management is discipline, but it is not the only component about the classroom management. Now we move to the second misconception is most teachers say that a well-managed classroom is a quiet classroom. Okay, teachers often believe that a well-managed classroom is equivalent to an orderly and quiet environment, but the reality is that a productive learning environment can often be noisy because learning is not a passive activity. Learning requires talking, sharing, discovering, experimenting, and questioning, all of which can create noise. And the third is effective classroom management plan relies on rewards and punishment. Okay, teachers frequently believe that an effective classroom management plan relies on rewards and punishment. Therefore, is approached in a behavioristic manner through the implementation of external control incentive programs. However, teachers who are effective classroom managers often find little need for a reward-based behavior incentive program. Okay, now for the fourth common misconception is engaging instruction is classroom management. Many teachers believe that their instruction is their classroom management. In other words, they think that if they just teach a really engaging lesson, Their students will be so highly motivated and engaged that they will not have time to misbehave. Again, while engaging instruction is undeniably an important component of classroom management, it is not the only one. Okay. No, actually, those misconceptions about classroom management is the first step. The first step to becoming an effective classroom manager is eliminating these common misconceptions and developing an understanding of the overall goals of classroom management. Now we move to the goals of classroom management. Okay, according to Evertson and Weinstein in 2006, nevertheless emphasized that classroom management has two goals. The first one is creating an environment for academic learning, and the second is creating an environment for social-emotional learning. Okay, the first one is academic learning. It refers to learning content specified in state content standards, learning to read and write, learning to reason, learning science, math, and social studies, and so on. While social-emotional learning promotes growth in social skills and the ability to express emotion maturely. Classrooms are well managed only if the teacher has created environments that promote both of these kinds of learning. Okay, then after we know about the approach of classroom management, then the misconceptions and also the goals of classroom management, we move to the definition of classroom management. According to Brophy in 2006, describes classroom management as all the actions teachers take to create and maintain an environment conducive to learning. So, further information will explain by my friend.
Thank you, Lisa. Next, according to Tan, Parsons, Hinson, and Sardo Brown in 2003, classroom management is the term we will use to highlight all of positive behavior and decisions teachers make to facilitate the learning process of their students. It refers to all those activities necessary to create and maintain an orderly learning environment, such as planning and preparation of materials, organization, decoration of the classroom, and certainly the establishment and enforcement of routines and rules. Okay, next. Classroom management is said to be a process that consists of the following 5 main areas. First, physical design of classroom. Physical design lies in how the classroom is placed, where the student table is, where the teacher's desk is located, where the learning center and materials are located, where items that are widely used such as pencils, sharpeners are, and so on. Second, rules and routines. The teachers makes class rules and routines such as returning papers and taking attendance to keep class activities running smoothly with as little disruption and as much time lost as possible. Third, relationships. Effective classroom managers develop caring, supportive relationships with students and parents, and promote sportive relationship between students. Number 4, involve and motivate instruction. Effective managers develop instructions that involve students, and they carefully plan their instructions so that each learning activity is well managed and runs smoothly. And the last is discipline. Discipline revolves around teacher actions that are focused on preventing and responding to student behavior that is wrong. Discipline does not only mean punishment, it also does not only mean actions taken by the teacher after bad behavior occurs. Discipline also includes teacher actions that prevent bad behavior. Of the 5 classroom management components, there are 4 components that aim to prevent wrong behavior rather than responding to it, and the 5th component, discipline, includes actions designed to prevent wrong behavior and actions that respond to it. It's also important to note that this visual representation does not imply that every part of the model is equally important. Although each component is an important part of the overall classroom management process, the teacher will emphasize different parts of the model depending on many factors such as their philosophical beliefs, teacher context, and student personality. For further information about this material, you can check video link in this video. So that's all from us. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you get new something today. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Next, we are going to Q&A session. Ciao.